Okay, guys, welcome to first edition of Asian Cigar Aficionado. Myself, Nathan,
Johnny.
And Galen.
are going to do a blind tasting. Well, it's a blind tasting for two of us, so Johnny and I don't know what these are. Galen has been kind enough to provide the cigars. So we haven't lit them up just yet, but we have cut them, so maybe we can Johnny and I will just give some first impressions. Johnny, what do you think?
Well, the flavours, the smell is quite light, like the look of it. The wrapper's quite deep veins in inside, but it's definitely lighter. It's not a Maduro wrapper for my impression. The draw's quite snug. For me, it's quite tight, so I'm guessing almost a Cuban because it's relatively tight, but smells good.
For me, yeah, the wrapper's pretty dark. I don't know if you can see this in here. The light's not the best. It's not a Maduro. To me, it almost looks like a Partagas D4. It's definitely got kind of a florally, kind of a woody nose on the foot. Draw on mine is actually firm. I thought it was kind of light at first. It's a little veiny. Wrapper's not the thinnest wrapper in the world, but still really nice. Good construction. So let's get into these and let's see if we can make a stab and guess right at what Galen's brought us today.
Well, I want to add, it's very interesting because I've noticed that the end where we cut, it's got a hole.
Yeah, a little bit fell out there.
Yeah, same.
So that's probably something related to the cigar.
Fair enough.
It's a fake.
Are we giving it a Twix inside it?
Okay, so we're back at the end of the first third. I've had to fix my cigar a few times because the burn's gone a bit wonky. I'm getting quite a bit of a kind of a complex spiciness there. No kind of pepper. Pretty smooth. Maybe a little bit of leather. Maybe just a touch of that kind of florally kind of taste that I was kind of detecting on the nose. I think when the first couple of puffs I had a bit of a almost kind of cocoa taste to it, but that's pretty much gone now. That was just the first few puffs. I really think this is a Partagas D4. Yeah.
For me, I agree. I think it's definitely it's almost medium to full for me. I think it's more close to full for my palate anyway. So I think it is actually a Cuban. Like just from the draw, I agree. I think it is spicy. I wouldn't, as Nate says, not super peppery, but spicy for me on the palate. Unfortunately, yeah, I've had to touch mine up a few times as well. But let's see sort of how it's going. But it's smoking well. Like it's not super tight, but it's actually a really nice draw. So I'm really happy with that. But yeah, the flavors are good. I'm not getting any distinct flavors yet. Like I didn't get the cocoa in mine, but I like it. It's creamy, smooth, good cigar so far.
Yeah, yours looks like a flower.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess this is still a pretty young cigar, just given the burn situation. Yeah. What are you getting out of it? Yeah. I mean, you don't know what it is, but still.
Yeah, I know what it is. To be honest, it's not a medium cigar for me. Like it's a pretty light cigar. I'm not getting too much strong flavors.
Do you think this is a light cigar? I think
For
it's
your palate?
for me it's full bodied.
It's a light medium cigar. It ain't gonna be
Oh,
full.
really?
Like you know.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
usually I get like a strong kick. Maybe at the end it might change.
Wow.
Remember the time that we had the H. Upman #2? That one, light, and then it just kicked me in.
Really?
Like it progressed into
Yeah.
a full body cigar at the end, right? So that was delicious. This one, I'm getting really light floral notes. I think it depends on the puff. Sometimes I do agree with you with the cocoa, but as my head's thinking about it, it doesn't appear anymore. I'm not getting a distinctive flavor here, but yeah, good cigar.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's come back again. I guess at the end of the second third, see what we think then.
So we're definitely in the halfway, 2/3 left. I mean 1/3 left.
Yeah, I think I had to ash mine after about an inch because it was going to fall on me. So, but for me, the flavors haven't really developed. It's still the same, still good, still quite creamy. Spices died down a little bit for me now, so I'm not getting as much of a spice. So it's definitely becoming a bit more medium now. Still a good cigar, but the flavors I say the same as when I first lit up.
Mine is actually, I feel like mine is transition. I'm not really getting that, I'm still getting that kind of Partagas, I'm going to go with Partagas, kind of spicy characteristic that I associate with the brand. But now it's turned into getting a bit more of almost an oily, kind of leathery kind of aspect there in the second, third. It's pretty consistent. Actually, I tend to get that a lot with with my D4 and D5 smokes, typically speaking. So, but I'm enjoying it. My burn is still wonky, as you may be able to see. So, definitely a younger cigar. Okay, then what are you getting?
Same thing. Not much. Hasn't changed much. The spiciness, it's kind of gone. It's kind of died down. Pretty light still.
I'm thinking it's going to be a Partagas because I've only had this is only probably my fourth Partagas I've ever had, and I've never had a D4 before, so I don't know if it is, but for me I'm getting a lot of the characteristics of a Partagas, but for me Partagas normally are stronger, so I think potentially, but it's definitely as Nate was saying with the Partagas traits, I think, but it's nice. It is definitely a really nice cigar.
I've done a retro hail on this just to see if I can get any more flavors out of it, but I'm not getting anything, and it's not as nice to retro hail.
All right then.
Yeah.
All right. So
We'll see you in the final third.
yeah. So we're back for the final third here, or for me, well, yeah, or the nub, as you will. For me, I think the second third was definitely leathery and kind of that Partagas spiciness to it. Again, we're not 100% sure what it is, but I'm still going with that. I think the final third is definitely transitioned more to like a more of a kind of leathery, kind of dark toasted tobacco kind of taste to it. I think that Partagas spiciness for me is kind of given way to that a little bit. So, yeah.
The flavors developed for me a little bit. It's a little bit stronger now, but I'm still getting. It's still smooth. There's a load of smoke production. Still a great sort of draw. The burn's actually improved a lot more. Sort of as going through the cigar, like the first third was terrible, but as it's going through, it's straightened up and it's really good.
Your first third was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, smoke production or?
No, for the burn.
Oh.
It was just really all over the place. But,
Mine's been terrible the whole way through. So.
Yeah, so you touched on loads. But, for me, I think it's definitely that. I mean, I'm definitely smelling these again. As I said, Cuban all the way for me, and the spice, the notes, it's very Partagas for me.
So my burn is just perfect from start to end. Never had to touch up. Just perfect line burn. Interesting that you said that there's a bit of a sweetness to it. Are you still getting that?
No, it's definitely leathery and kind of a toasted, dark toasted tobacco kind of characteristic for me.
I agree.
All right. So I will review. Your final thought.
As in,
What kind of cigar is this?
I would say D4. Like, not that I've never smoked
Or
D4,
brand,
but
yeah.
Partagas D4.
I will say both of you guys are wrong.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't think you guys had this one before.
Okay.
And I'll say that never had this too. Juan Lopez.
Really?
Selection number 2.
I've only ever had one,
I've never tried one.
maybe one in the past.
Yeah.
So that's
The flavors
interesting.
are very yeah.
'Cause I was gonna say earlier, but I think I got my mind got distracted with something else. The only two other cigars I was kind of wondering in terms of the color of the wrapper was going to be Juan Lopez and Ramon Alleone's from. Because this is a Robusto, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was gonna say those two. I'm not sure because I don't remember what they look like, so that's kind of cheating.
Yeah.
That's not really going off the flavor. But that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have to say that you guys are pretty spot on when it came to the flavor profile. Like it's stronger to start, tapers off a bit, and then it picks up. The notes are supposed to be nutty at start. Well, pretty much nutty throughout the way. But at the end, it's that sweetness that you were talking about, whereas it's supposed to be a dessert taste. So I don't know what is really a dessert taste, but that's why that I was asking for that sweetness. That's why I also asked to keep a bit more, just to see, now that I revealed what it is, to see if you can pick that flavor out. And I got it. I got that sweetness dessert, but it's not like something that I can pick up.
Yeah, it's not cocoa chocolatey sweet, but it's actually, there is some sweetness there. Like I wouldn't say it's sweet as like a really sweet fruit, but it's actually fruity sweetness. Like it's that kind of, like, it's not caramel yet, like, but I definitely get hints of the sweetness. Yeah, but it's just hard to put your finger on it. But it's actually a really nice cigar.
That's interesting. I mean, I had a tiny bit of sweetness at the first few puffs, but I wouldn't say I picked up much of that for the rest of mine. So.
And then I also want to keep the third as in, because they were saying that the coffee taste kicks in quite hard, and I got it as well.
Oh wow! Okay.
So I don't know if you guys can get it with your nub, but
I don't think my choice of drink is matching this cigar particularly much. It's a white chocolate milk tea. So yeah, don't do that.
It takes over. Galen's on the old Coca-Cola.
But a big ass one.
I'm straight water for me, but
I don't know where your water is, but
down here. But no, it's a lovely cigar, and I've never had this brand. It's the first time I've ever smoked this brand, and so Juan Lopez is actually really, really impressed. What's the price point on one of these? Like, are they how much are?
I think they're about like $2.39 for a box.
Okay. So
give or take. So it's
D4,
definitely D4 pricing.
Yeah.
I think if you ask me, D4s are much stronger smoke than this.
Okay.
So if I don't have a heavy meal, I go for this.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't say this was full. It definitely, it's developed into a lot more medium, but it's a lovely cigar, as you say. I would definitely buy a box of these. Yeah. How old are these? Are these young? Or are these
quite young?
Are they quite young?
Yeah, they're quite young.
Okay, that's, as you say, it's the reason why the burn was a bit tough. But no, I'd definitely.
Yeah, I'd say probably had them for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just the climatized, so that's why they're getting.
All right.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
See you in the next one.